What's up folks, it's CrushSG back with another lighting mod showcase, and this time round I think I have one that the vanilla folk might like. Or maybe not, we'll see. Today we're going to take a look at Emotional Vision 2077 by Hatanjo, or maybe it's H-Tanjo, I hope I got at least one of them right. Anyway, this mod just happened to pop up in the new mod section of Nexus while I was doing prep for my roundup video which I just put out a few days ago. It was a little too late to include it in the roundup itself, but it seemed to be pretty well received, and the comments seemed to suggest that it leaned toward the vanilla enhancing side of things, which I would personally categorize similarly to LUTs like Vanilla Plus VE by ControlSec, and that piqued my interest further, so I decided to check it out. Quick overview first. Looking at the description, Emotional Vision aims to improve color range, avoid overexposure, and it softens the vignette a little. The LUT was created from scratch to achieve expressive visuals rather than photorealism, and I appreciate the distinction here because not everything needs to strive toward photorealism to look good. Over in the image section, we see some nicely detailed images showing exactly what it does. Here we have the expanded color range, more accurate white point, tweaks to the vignette, and better highlight management. Honestly, the description and the images do an excellent job of telling you exactly what the mod does, so I don't think I need to elaborate further. It contains both a LUT and an ENV. You can either download the LUT standalone or bundle it with the ENV for the full mod. With that, I'm going to let these clips run for a bit, followed by the usual side-by-sides, and I'll give you my thoughts after all that. I've also gotten feedback recently suggesting that I showcase the mods in more varied weather and lighting conditions, so hopefully between this footage and the comparison clips later on, I've got most of it covered this time round. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit.
trabajar. Ya tenemos demasiada mercancía. Lindo por ti, carnalito. Taylor got recruited by Podcast. He's stupid happy.
发动机过滤器喷油泵显示原装正品。
Alright, those were the clips. Here are my thoughts. Out of the box, Emotional Vision comes off a little on the blue or aqua side of things, but I didn't find it too distracting or noticeable in actual gameplay. It was really only apparent in the video editor. As I mentioned at the start, one of the goals of Emotional Vision was to expand the color and contrast range, and as far as that goes, I gotta say I was very impressed. The expanded ranges are very apparent, no more blown out highlights, much nicer and more distinct color separation, all while keeping the colors themselves pretty close to that of vanilla. And to top it off, Emotional Vision handles one crucial thing quite well: neon lights and signs. Now, I've talked about this many times in my showcase videos. Oversaturating neon lights and signs is a common problem with some LUTs, particularly the older ones. The only other similar vanilla enhancing LUT that I know of, Vanilla Plus VE, has this exact problem. And while this might seem insignificant to some, it is somewhat of a pet peeve of mine because it is something I can't fix with Reshade. So the fact that Emotional Vision handles this well is a huge plus in my book. Looking at the ENV, Emotional Vision's ENV is a pretty light ENV as far as those go, with the main thing really being the modified vignette. Where most mods disable the vignette entirely, Emotional Vision instead reduces the value to 3, which visually removes most of the vignette but keeps just enough to prevent things from feeling too stark toward the outer edges of the screen. Of course, to get this milder vignette effect, you'd need to download the main file rather than the standalone LUT option. If you run just the LUT, the vignette and other parameters will be managed by whatever ENV you choose to run with it. And that was the stock mod itself. Looking at the Reshade side of things, and this is actually where the mod really started to grow on me. First, I do feel it comes across a little on the softer side, so I bumped up the contrast a little in Lightroom to add some clarity and separation. Then with a little more tweaking, we can choose to go with either a more neutral or natural look while retaining vanilla accurate colors, or alternatively we can tweak it some more to get an almost identical look to vanilla, except with a much better color range and contrast range. Now, the reason this is significant is because achieving this vanilla but better look is quite difficult with most of the other LUTs available. And it honestly isn't surprising considering most LUTs look quite different from vanilla by design. And sure, you could just use Reshade with vanilla itself to get rid of the green-yellow tint, but then you won't be able to fix the limited color and contrast ranges. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the biggest plus of Emotional Vision and why I feel that it could be something vanilla enjoyers might like, though you might still need to use Reshade to get it right where you want it. Of course, for my personal preferences, I'd go with a more neutral look, and I already know that folks are going to ask for it in the comments, so I will flash both my neutral and vanilla Reshade presets on screen with a huge disclaimer. Your mileage will definitely vary depending on your monitor. Any preset ever created is calibrated to give a specific look on the creator's monitor. But I understand that sometimes maybe you just want some baseline preset to work with, so here they are. Alright, let's wrap things up. To recap, I think Emotional Vision looks great out of the box, if a little on the blue side of things. It can be reshaded to either a neutral or natural look, or to very closely match vanilla, while bringing the much needed expansion to the color and contrast range. While I still personally prefer the colors from the Preem LUT or Nova LUT side of things, I can definitely appreciate what's being done here and I think it's definitely worth checking out. As always, links are in the description. Always endorse the mods you use if you like them. Crush the like button if you found this video helpful, and sub if you want to see more, because I do have a couple more lighting mod showcases lined up over the next few weeks. But that's all for now. Take care, folks.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a major league player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first. NC's legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Matters not where you're from. Matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk. In Night City. The city of dreams.